Welcome back, Forester Dragons. Last week we made 4 birds out of origami, right there. So this week we're going to be making the nest for our 4 birds. Remember, Miss Eskews is right here. So I used a plate, okay, and then I cut strips of paper. You can also add paper towels. Birds use lots of things. They use hair, they use twigs, they use paper to make nests. And so you can use anything you want. I'm just gonna, my example for you is I'm gonna take a plate and cover it with strips of paper I cut. And then we'll glue our birds inside the nest. Okay, remember we talked about form as an element of art, which means it's 3-dimensional, height, width, depth. Remember, our elements are tools that help us to make a beautiful piece of art. Okay, let's get started. So, our birds took a while. Okay, but I bet you had fun, and I bet you have birds all over your house and you're always folding paper now. At least I hope so. I hope it wasn't stressful. Don't ever let it stress you. Just keep trying. Okay, so here we go. You're gonna take, just like with some of our other projects, where I told you to utilize magazines, or in this case, I have old book fair ads like this. And I'm just gonna cut some strips, long, skinny, I usually say like long, skinny French fries, you know? And I'm just gonna cut them off like that. And you just keep cutting as many as you need. Then you're gonna take a plate, and Miss Eskew brought some home from school to use. Okay, I'm going to use a styrofoam, but you can also use a paper plate, whatever you have. If you don't have either, just find a strong piece of paper and cut it in a circle. Okay, so our cardboard and box from Christmas. So basically, I'm going to start by just putting a lot of glue inside the plate like this. Okay, all over the edge, everywhere. Then I'm going to lay the strip across the plate, pushing it down. Now, as I layer it, I'm crossing it over, but I'm going to need to put more glue each time because like now it's not going to be sticky on top of those papers. So I'm not going to do it quite yet, but I'm almost there. So I'm just crossing them. Every time I put them, I'm not putting them together. I'm crossing them over each other, but I'm making sure I push it down. Okay. I'm going to do one more and then I'm going to add some more glue because they're getting glue on this edge but not in the middle. So I'm going to add some more glue, and you're going to have to cover everywhere. So that means you've got to leave no plate showing. So you just keep adding. And I'm going to use some of the other papers I cut over here too. You can use whatever you need or have. You can put glitter, you can put beads, you can put yarn. It's your bird's nest. This is your 3-dimensional project. Height, width, and depth. I want some of these papers. Some more glue. Stop. Okay, there we go. Okay. Here we go. So I just keep going. Okay. Make sure I'm getting everywhere. If you see that there's a gap somewhere, you can kind of tear the paper and fill gaps as needed. Like up here and there, maybe there. And then maybe I'll tear a small piece and put it here. Get those edges really well. because you don't want any paper plate left. You want it to all become a bird's nest. And remember, in my example, I also put paper towels, and then I put kind of paint or marker on the paper towels. You can put anything you want. So, okay. So let's see. Okay. Oops, that was, okay. There we go. Okay, so I think I've now covered most, if not all, of my edges. Notice that my edges are not even. That's okay. That's what I want. Then kind of bend your edges over the end of the plate to kind of hide that plate edge like this. So I'm just bending them over. Okay, once I do that, then I'm going to put some glue on the bottom, and I'm going to stick my birds down. You can decide how you want them. I'm going to sit them in the plate however you want. Maybe you want one on the edge up here. You know, that would be kind of fun. I think I'm going to do that. He's sitting on the edge of the plate. Let's see if he'll stay. There we go. He's kind of funny. He's over at the edge. And then you can even put, like, I can make this paper, can tear it like this and make it like a worm, right? And I can kind of like this, and I'm going to put a little glue on the bottom, and then I'm going to put it in one of the bird's mouths. So he's eating a worm. See that? So I hope you had fun. You learned about form, which is height, width, and depth. You made origami birds. You learned how to fold paper. Hopefully it wasn't too stressful. I can do one more with you. And we learned how to build our nest. So I'll do one more with you really fast. Okay, remember, just in case, you take your square, you fold one corner to the other, it makes a triangle, right? Then you take the 2 points of the triangle up to the top, 1 point. This one's lonely, it's going to go up to the top. Okay, right? Now you have a square, right? You're going to turn it over, and you're going to fold one corner down. Okay, so we have the open fold here, and then the other 3 corners you're going to fold back. So back, back, and back, right? Okay, and then you're done. You just make your eyes and your feet, right? Okay, I hope you had fun, and I'll see you next time. Have a great time and a great week, Forest Dragons. Bye.